Consumer powerhouse Amazon requires two luxurious statement headquarters because it is one of the world's top 5 most valuable firms. Explore the planning and construction of the business' second American hub with us. 230 ideas were requested from communities and states all over the U.S. to build on when Amazon announced plans to create their new second headquarters in 2017. Welcome back to another exciting video. Today's video is about Amazon's new $2.50 billion headquarters. Before we start the video, please like, subscribe, and press the bell icon. Each recognized the advantages for their community and sought to host what would undoubtedly be the tech company's most recent crowning achievement. Amazon had initially intended to jointly site its newest headquarters in New York following the deluge of ideas. Still, after local demonstrations, including the storming of an Amazon shop, the company ultimately decided on only one, possibly less visible location. The business will manufacture a 100% renewable energy source bathtub in Arlington, Virginia. The property where Amazon has its second headquarters, Pains to Paint, is a public gathering place, not a business. The spectacular Helix building on campus will cost about $5 billion. Early development is already underway, and the Helix and the most recent construction phase are expected to be finished in 2025. The new location will be a big boost for Arlington, which will gain 25,000 or more new jobs and a transformed city skyline for the area close to HQ2 and Washington, D.C. The area, called Penn Place, will change to a formerly quiet neighborhood. The location will complement Amazon's current headquarters in Seattle. With the most recent phase, 3 more 22-story buildings will be added. The new site will eventually comprise 2.8 million square feet of office space. The 350 feet tall, swirling, inverted code Helix that some commenters humorously refer to as a glass poo-poo emoji is rather lovely looking, with lots of vegetation and an amazing looking outdoor walkway. The design incorporates the idea of biophilia, a human urge to interact with nature, like the company's series of biodomes at its original headquarters in Seattle. It places a strong emphasis on both physical activity and mental well-being. Dale Alberta, the lead architect for the company NBBJ, according to previous corporate building designers for companies like Samsung, Google, and Microsoft, the space is more expansive. We are creating several indoor atriums and gardens that are genuinely workspaces rather than just places to come or relax. The project is so crucial to MBBJ that they constructed a new office there merely to be close by, on the inside and outside of the heli structure, where it will enclose some alternate workspaces for employees to conduct meetings and social calls. The vegetation, which will be cared for by a staff of horticulturists, will be profuse. However, the offices themselves are not located at the Helix. These will be found in the surrounding, more traditional buildings. Instead, the company describes it as a sort of escapist center where work will be blended with a connection to nature and, ideally, a feeling of well-being. There will be a meeting room with more than 1,500 inside. There are people in an artist-in-residence program to help with the creative part of the neighborhood. It's interesting how little information Amazon has provided on the more common offices. Perhaps this is because those workplaces lack the same excitement as the Helix and the nearby Parklands. In the neighborhood, Amazon already owns and leases several significant office buildings. Its planned expansion will follow suit. The new buildings will be a focal point for the company's presence in Arlington's otherwise very plain and typical Crystal City neighborhood. A few weekends per month are anticipated to see public access to the Helix itself. The building's carbon footprint is also included in the green philosophy. The entire facility is supposed to be powered by solar energy. However, the solar farm that makes this possible is far away. Instead, it will be built 200 miles south in South Virginia's Pennsylvania County, with the power being sent to Arlington. The project's natural ventilation and rainwater recycling systems are other green energy features. The utilization of sunshine is maximized in every new structure, which lowers the demand for artificial lighting. LED Platinum accreditation will be given to the facility, the U.S. Green Building Council's highest level of sustainable development certification. Many of the complex's elements are future-oriented and focused on Amazon, indicating that their new expansion is meant to be a long-term investment. Additionally, as the project advances, they'll contribute an additional $2 billion to constructing 1,300 affordable homes in the region after underlining the value of preserving the community's support in Arlington following their experience with the New York protests. Cynics can counter that the project's remaining portions are more likely to increase local housing costs than to affect any local effects positively. For Amazon, the new location will undoubtedly be a huge boon, and those who can afford to live in the neighborhood will also gain significantly from it. The campus' 2.5 acres of gorgeously landscaped lawns and outdoor areas are anticipated to be open to the general public. Bike paths, bike parking, electric car charging stations, and many non-Amazon companies scattered across the landscaped parkland outside of the Amazon offices are all on site. There will also be a 250-seat outdoor music arena that can be used for movie screenings, dog parks, daycare centers, and areas with space for food trucks. Even their hiking will be possible due to the different terrain, one of which will go around the Helix structure's perimeter. Farmers markets and other ground-level retail establishments will be a component of the layout. In reality, Penn Place is intended to feel more like an ultra-modern city block on the ground level of the entire system than the headquarters of a major multinational with architects. The hope is that your HQ2 might not even be obvious when you move around. In essence, the initiative rejects the notion of corporate branding, at least externally, in favor of a strong sense of community relations. With downtown Washington just 15 minutes away by subway across the Pontiac River, the location is convenient for workers and visitors. The designers also hope the site will develop into a tourist destination. The natural but futuristic-looking swirling helix design is central to Amazon's plans. What will the New Arlington skyline look like? The source of the inspiration may not come as a surprise. According to Alberta, the double helix geometry may be found in many different forms in nature, including plants. She claims that the mixture of native flora and carefully tended gardens that will make up the helix's swirling outdoor space draws its formal inspiration straight from nature. Seashells, DNA strands, and even our galaxy are in a world where online labor is becoming more prevalent. This is a declaration of intent as well. In contrast to some of its competitors, Amazon has recently emphasized the value of having its employees physically in the exact location to exchange ideas and development work. That's precisely what Penn Place is meant to be. But there are also additional advantages, not the least of which are the tax reductions and incentives. To beat off the more than 200 other places bidding to host the multi, the city of Arlington has offered the corporate BM off. Tax credits are estimated to be worth $573 million, or more than 1/10 of the building budget. But they are contingent upon Amazon adding 25,000 jobs in Arlington with an average pay of more than $150,000 over the next few years. Considering everything, we predict that the city won't fare too poorly. The tax breaks in New York's plan were even more extensive, employing almost $1.5 billion. What about the new site, though? Will it improve Amazon's reputation? Would you wish to work there, or is it all just futuristic nonsense? That's all for today. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more exciting content.